After the Board of Commissioners passed a resolution earlier this month confirming their support in allowing the Georgia National Guard to conduct training exercises at the airport, discussion at Wednesday's meeting centered on a reference to the fallout from a recent local television story. That story reported the National Guard had offered to withdraw and cease training after an alleged public official had complained. Post 2 Commissioner Todd Pownall reiterated that he was not the county official that had made such a request, nor did he feel that anyone on the board had done so.
Mr. Thompson, could I make a positive statement concerning the issue? Just being the Post 2 Commissioner that represents this area. It's nothing in a negative fashion.
Okay. All right. Make it brief.
Okay. Real quick. Number one, I don't think that any of our citizens in the area or in the county are opposed to the National Guard and people training. The Board of Commissioners did the resolution the other day to say, hey, we haven't told, none of us have said, hey, don't come out here. However, there's something going on, and what I think's happened is the citizens have finally called in and they've talked about the complaints that they had.
Board member Kerry Tidmore also offered further clarification regarding board authority to direct what the National Guard does within FAA parameters.
Can you talk about best practices? And sure, you can, but you can't change standards. So I just want to make sure that
This is a very uncontrolled aspect.
it is, and it's it's in an area that's can be kind of busy. So everyone following standard procedures is how you ensure separation.
While airport litigation continues, opposition spokespersons in attendance at the Airport Authority's regular meeting on Wednesday took some time off from the podium. Instead, airport proponents Don Barbour, Paulding's Chamber Chairman, and Lawrence Reinart, another citizen wishing to speak, made their points in favor of economic expansion of the airport.
I'm here today to state that the Paulding Chamber fully supports the development and expansion of Silver Comet Field at Paulding Northwest Atlanta Airport. The airport is a tremendous asset for the county, and the development of Silver Comet Field will be a great economic development engine for Paulding County in the future.
All right, I want to start off with a quote from John F. Kennedy. He stated, "For time and the world do not stand still, change is the new law of life, and those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future." I come here as a private citizen who represents the silent majority of the citizens of Paulding County who are busy at work and are unable to attend this meeting. I'm not representing an outside interest or a large national company such as Delta Airlines. That being said, I want to say thank you for taking a major step towards diversifying Paulding County's business community by introducing a stronger base for the aerospace industry, which, yes, includes commercial airlines. The 2014 fiscal year budget for the Airport Authority is $293,000, and it's only projected to collect around $60,000 in fees this fiscal year. It means the remaining amount of the $233,000 will be paid for by the taxpayers of this county. We have an infrastructure asset that's being underutilized, and I, for one, am glad that the county has found a company, Propeller Investments, to partner with in an effort to make this airport cost neutral at first and profitable in the near future. The county cannot survive alone on the small amount of mom and pop companies and the retail businesses primarily located in Highland. Our county officials obviously see this as the case. In 2013, 25% of Georgia's exports were from aircraft parts, and aircraft engineering manufacturing. This means the aerospace manufacturing industry contributed $7.8 billion in revenue to the state last year. Passenger air service contributes to the local economy as well. Based on the Georgia Department of Economic Study issued in 2011, there were 9 commercial airports in the state. If you exclude Hartsfield-Jackson, you would see the commercial air service employs 26,000 people and created $3.2 billion in revenue. For those of you who believe the airport will be the next Hartsfield-Jackson, you have been misled. Paulding County purchased 162 acres of the 10,000 plus acres from the city of Atlanta, which the city has owned for the past 40 years. There is a contract with Propeller Investments to develop 60 of those 162 acres for MRO companies. There's no way you can convert an entire 162 acres that Paulding County owns into an airport that would compete with Hartsfield-Jackson, which occupies approximately 6,400 acres. As for the current capacity of the airport, it's not large enough to support more than 5 flights a day. I'm a construction estimator who worked on large infrastructure projects to include building passenger air terminals in several bases throughout Iraq for the Department of Defense and Department of State. I can tell you that the ramp directly outside this building cannot support the movement of more than one Boeing 737 at a time. For an airport to handle 25 flights a day, you would have to build an airport the size of Pensacola Regional Airport, which has 1 terminal building, 1 concourse, 9 gates, 2 runways that are 7,000 feet in length. Conversely, Silver Comet Field has 1 gate, 1 airfield at 5,500 feet. Some of the opposition groups primarily argue against the airport based on emotions or facts they've twisted in such a manner that it will suits their argument. One such example, they've recently stated children were dying from noise pollution caused by commercial aircraft. If this were the case, then why haven't all commercial airports been shut down? I could go on, but I would need another 5 minutes. My last topic today deals with the most recent attempts by the opposition group to cease all National Guard training at the airport. Members of the Georgia National Guard do not specifically come to Silver Comet Field to harass anyone or cause anyone PTSD. These citizen soldiers train at various times of the day to replicate real-life scenarios, one that include inserting an exfilling into a hot LZ, rescuing wounded soldiers and delivering them to combat support hospitals, fighting forest fires, rescuing citizens swept down the river by the flash floods, and countless other support activities. I appreciate the Paulding County Board of Commissioners passing Resolution 1408 last week showing the county's continued support of the Georgia National Guard and hope the issue caused by the members of the opposition group can be resolved relatively quickly. I would like to see our citizen soldiers back out here training and demonstrating the talents to all of us who reside in Paulding County. I thank you for your time this morning, and I look forward to speaking to you in the near future.
For Paulding.com, I'm Richard Grant reporting.